learn to improve conversions and generate more leads with the video podcast at marketingoptimization.tv. Hi, and welcome to Marketing Optimization with Alex Designs. I'm your host, Alex Harris, and today we're here with Katrin from Webtrekk. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Excellent. To get started, what would be your definition of optimization and why is it beneficial?
For me, optimization is really something simple. I would say any change on a website or in your offering that you do is optimization if you reach out for your goal that you try to achieve. Mm-hmm. So, and it's just necessary because you need to survive and you want to survive. And then kind of, if you have your offer, you want to be the best. So it is beneficial in that way and that simple.
Yeah, and as your company says, your tagline is "Drive Your Profit." Tell us a little.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started and what does Webtrekk do.
Yeah, so I got started as IT guy, kind of implementing techs and stuff like that, and more on the technical side. So I started set up tools and set up Webtrekk with customers, and I really quickly realized just setting it up, it doesn't really help because then you have data and you have different metrics you measure, but you cannot really analyze because you cannot combine the data. Mm-hmm. So I tried to watch the other side. How do you optimize? How do you get you drive your profit? Because that's what our customers do, to get the right data combined and get what the customer needs. Like drive the profit, right?
Yeah, and you guys are based in Berlin, so I'm sure you see a lot different audience than we probably do in the States. Are people using analytics kind of like in the same way?
I cannot say that much about how the US guys or how you use it, but here in Germany, people use it in a lot of different ways, right? There are so many different companies. Either on one hand side, you have the startup culture who are really into it and doing it a lot, and then you have old like banks or insurance who are really like have a long history or something like that, and they are really they said, oh, we need to do it, but they don't know really how to handle. And that's the people we need to really help with.
So Webtrekk is a suite of tools, and it's based on analytics and testing. Give us a little bit of overview, and then we can kind of break them down on how they'd be beneficial.
Yeah, sure. We started exactly 10 years ago, actually. We have kind of a round anniversary this year. And we started with analytics, so as a web analytics tool. But that doesn't help now that much anymore. So we go on and we do more about predictive stuff, more about mobile stuff, to be tracking and so on, and tag managing. It's like you get a whole suite out of it. It's not like just one tool anymore because just business developed, I would say.
So there's like a dashboard where you have predictive analytics, and then it brings in statistics and different APIs to collect all the information in one place?
Exactly, that's what it is. Like, we're pretty open. We have like raw data, and you can import a lot of data to it, kind of whatever you want. If you feel like it, you can import weather data, for example, to see when and where people react or do differently due to the weather, or whatever. You can import customer data via interfaces, like from Salesforce, from other CRM systems, so whatever you want.
Yeah, I was taking a look at it, and I really like how you have a big aspect on mobile and cross-device testing. It looks like the app tracking does analysis and measurement of success from mobile devices and in-app advertising. Can you explain how that kind of works?
Yeah, sure. It depends what you have, but I like one issue like in the business is customers do not have one website anymore. They have mobile devices, they have apps, they have mobile websites. Like, there are a lot of companies who focus on one part, like just app tracking or just the websites. So you have single functionalities you optimize for, and just for each device. You don't want to do that, or it doesn't help you, because you more need to see it like a customer journey in marketing. You have kind of a device journey. One device supports the other, and that's what we thought, and that's why we want to put everything into one database and into one tool, and say we want to want it to be one visitor. So that's what we are doing. And so we have APIs for the website, for apps. It doesn't matter if it's Android or Windows Mobile or your iOS system, if it's a tablet or a smartphone. We just capture everything and can put it together. So your benefit is that you have one pool of data. And as you have one pool of data, you see how each device or kind of device can influence and handle each other or support each other. That's what we're basically doing.
I really like that keyword, the device journey, because it really does make sense. So many people are focused on mobile first, and it's not only mobile first only. It's mobile only. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who don't even use a computer anymore, and they're just checking everything on their phone or their iPad.
Exactly, yeah. And that's what you can find out. And I don't know, it depends on the business you're doing. I had one case with an insurance, for example, right? And they said, we want to address the young people. So we will do a big marketing campaign for mobile devices. But they didn't think of that people might not convert on a mobile device in insurance cases. So there they missed to get the switch people or address them that they can do finish their contract or make their contract on their computer.
Right.
So that's something you can find out then. Also, a lot of people are doing it like more mobile.
Yeah, absolutely. And it also seems that you do the user recognition to apply which device that they're using, and then basically what, I guess, actions that they're taking at that specific point, because that totally makes sense. If you download a certain app like the insurance company and you're creating a quote and then you finish it maybe on your computer, if you don't understand that journey, you don't understand where the right place is to optimize.
Exactly, and that's why you have to have one data pool, and that's what we're hardly working on. We want to recognize the user. It doesn't help you if you say you have 1 million user on phones and 1 million user on tablets and 2 million on a computer. Who's using both? And that's the interesting thing. And you need the right data to combine it. So if you have a community site or something like that, right? It's not a problem because people will be logged in. But what do you do if you don't? If you have just a content site or a search site, people will not log in, so you don't have an ID or so that you can say or segment later that it's one person. So that's something you need to look for and watch out, and need to combine maybe different IDs to get one user. And that's I would say our hard business, and a lot of the customers as well as the vendors have to deal with.
Yeah, it's really the way the web has been moving, because not only do you have to personalize these different experiences, you have to understand what devices they're on. Maybe they're in the field using the mobile aspect of it, and then kind of personalize that experience to them. If you don't know where they are, as you said, in the device journey, then you don't know the right experience to them. You may not, like if they're filling out a quote, it may be broken up into certain into separate pages versus one long form, or the ability to click on the phone number is more apparent on a mobile device versus a tablet,
Yes.
and that type of thing. So
Yes.
that totally makes sense. What would be some other examples of kind of like behavioral targeting, or things that your clients are using the data to improve their websites?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty funny. The most for marketing, still kind of the best. You need to think, how can you link the devices, right? If
Yeah.
you stick to that, and still, what do you do on every device? You will check your emails on every device.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a possibility to link it. Or what you can do is, if you have, let's say, you're an e-commerce shop, right, and you have a search. People might search on their mobile device,
Mm-hmm.
but what if you want to sell it? Some people, or still a lot of people, don't buy on their mobile phones because they think, oh, the connection is not safe, or I don't know who's listening to my data. I don't want to type my bank information on my mobile device, so they will
Absolutely.
do that later.
Mm-hmm.
So if you find that out, that your people will look on your mobile device and convert later on the computer via the cross tracking, right? Then you can do different calls of actions on the mobile device. So in their basket, you can send them, okay, you can do that quickly online on your computer, or you have the button buy now. You
Mm-hmm.
can do both and just check out and optimize for that and do some testings on what would work best for your site.
Hmm. I find it fascinating because as I show my clients, what they can do with analytics,
Yeah.
is that you really want to build that map for them. You want to continuously optimize that ideal click-through experience, regardless of what device they're on, so you can proactively anticipate what their actions are going to be. Then,
Yes.
as you learn more about what their actions are, then you can go ahead and retrofit some of the leaks in the funnel, and get more people to their goals, whether it's in the B2B space to get them to complete the action of what they're doing, or in B2C to complete those conversions.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what you do. And either if you do the cross-device analysis, you can do both. Either promote the different devices
Oh.
on the website. You might promote your apps for specific functionalities.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably would not advise people to use like on a computer. You would not advise the people to use the apps for buying something, but probably more for finding something or the products they're looking for. On the other hand side, you would not do it that way on a mobile device.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, because your software really seems like an all-in-one dashboard, because it also brings in social media as well.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we have like interfaces to, let's say, Facebook, where you can get all the Facebook insights data into the Webtrekk account, and so you have that as well there.
Hmm. Yeah, I see how it will put into graphics that click path analysis, and kind of similar to what other analytics does, but it really is creating a funnel for you and seeing where people are splitting based on their device, based on based on the customer, based on the different users.
Exactly, you could do anything like that and configure it as you need it. That's due to the raw data that we save or that we have,
Mm-hmm.
that we can even retroactively, segment kind of everything, and the path works for everything as well. Then, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and then if something is maybe not meeting your expectations, you receive alerts and that type of thing.
Yeah, yeah, sure, yeah. So you set alerts if you have a higher conversion rate or a lower, if it
Mm-hmm.
is like a percentage less or less or higher, you just get emails or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
for feeds.
and different, I guess, different KPIs of really kind of putting that stuff together. That way you can always be on target for whatever goals you may have in those particular areas.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's the thing I started with. That's the implementation issue, how you would set it up. You have your goals. You have like the basic shop has just a sale for sure, but you might have different things like on a more community-like page, you might have shares or downloads or likes or whatever. So that could be your goal, and then you just track it like that. That's all customizable.
Yeah, I really like that. The target achievement rate is freely definable using formulas.
Right. Yeah. So we have a formula editor where you can combine the metrics, and it's like a little like in Excel where you set up your own formula you can use in any analysis then.
Yeah, and then it puts it together in what you guys call these scorecards.
Yeah, for example, yes. A scorecard is just, it puts it in a relation over time, and are you in a good way or in a not that good way, or what happened. Yeah.
Wow. It's very sophisticated stuff. It seems like you have a very, is it a big engineer team, or is it, you guys have a small team or a big team? Or?
It's growing rapidly. So, it's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, let's tell people how they can find out more about Webtrekk.
For sure on our website, which is just webtrekk.com. And for sure we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, and you find us on Google Plus as well. Just look for the company name and you will find us.
Yes, and that's Webtrekk, Webtrekk.com.
Yes, thank you.
And let's close. But what would be one tip to really help, marketers or web designers, developers to really improve their site, improve their predictive analysis? What would be some key takeaways that you would apply? Yeah,
I would stick to the cross-device now. So I would say make sure if you have a strategy or you want a business strategy, see your platform as one platform. Don't see it as an app, as a mobile site and a website, but just look at the one thing you're offering to find out what to improve and where to optimize. If you want a concrete functionality you improve or you want to improve, then you can look at the single devices and the single analysis. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going with the web these days. You really have to look at the whole picture of that whole customer journey of what they're using, where they're going, and then be able to tie that into what your key goals are.
Yes, exactly. I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time. This has been great.
Yeah, thanks. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you for watching the Marketing Optimization Podcast with Alex Designs. Please remember to subscribe to all of the videos in my YouTube channel. Thank you.